I will give it my utmost. It seems to only open with special privileges. Do avoid that sensor. Countless numbers here were used in Xenon's experiments, I imagine. Prisoners were given a place of momentary reprieve.
My strength is boundless.
You haven't forgotten to collect anything, have you?
Can't go toe to toe.
This is just the start.
My strength is boundless.
You have nothing regenerative left. Why not restock? Such immense power.
Another of Xenon's memories.
Visionary that he was. So the path connects to here. Consistent effort does not go unrewarded.
Can't go toe to toe.
Enemy spotted. The enemy outnumbers us.
Sorry to saddle you with sending me here, my friend. But don't worry. These walls can't keep me from my mission. The cursed fate of our kind robbed me of my wife. That day, I vowed to devote the rest of my days atoning for my failure. Thus, I will begin my research anew. Mark my words, by your next visit, this tawdry cell will be fit for proper experimentation. Until we meet again, Idris. A worldwide outbreak of unexplained mutations, just as I predicted. The Resurgence, it's called, yes? And you say you intend to seal it away? Don't be a fool, Idris. This is a problem to overcome, not an inconvenience to brush under the rug.
That did the trick. Making progress.
My strength is boundless.
Center yourself.
Toe.
This resting spot appears safe enough.
My strength is boundless.
Be very wary here. There's an enemy of higher aim.
Here's another one. It's as if they're blocking our path.
Well, so be it. We'll need to find all of Xenon's pathos to proceed.
This shockwave. It can't be! The seal gave out? Idris, even you couldn't hold it? I've no choice. In theory, it should work. And if all goes to plan, I'll be able to subdue the resurgence out. This is my chance to prove it. A binding form I can't break? Who? Jump! Of course, I should have guessed. Tell me, why does change frighten you so? So be it. Oppose me if you dare. I am Xenon Grifgoat, Harbinger of the Future!
You've gotten much stronger than I ever imagined. Care to go toe-to-toe? This looks to be an authorization card. In fact, it looks to be one specially issued by Xenon himself. He granted them only to those he deemed worthy. The exceptionally gifted, his closest confidants upon this island. I'm certain it will prove valuable in due time, and not necessarily our present one alone. It is open now.
Incredible. It's so calm. I've never seen Pathos so stable.
Few were equal to the task of understanding Xenon, and even fewer still of matching him. He was a man of unique conviction and of great resolve. Most of all, he truly believed in the potential of his kith and kin. In that lone regard, even I must admit respect for him. You must now journey to the Insula Carcere of the past. But be wary of him. Xenon is an incredible man, and was known to be very persuasive. He may try to convince you to see things his way. Only remember this. Xenon belongs to a bygone era. Our duty is to the present one. No matter how compelling his arguments or how clever his rhetoric, I implore you to stay true to your mission. It is with pleasure that I shall await your return here. Good luck, and be careful.
Here we are, Insula Carcere in the past. Xenon's cell should be located just over there. Let's go.
A revenant hunter, are you? State your business. Goodness, look at the time. I'm off duty now. As far as I'm concerned, there was no one here. Welcome to my Zen chamber. I would hardly call it spacious, but it is blissfully free of noise, perfect for letting one's thoughts percolate. Shh! Perk up those cochleas. That That's the rhythm of hope!
Come, brethren, stand up and follow together for a better tomorrow. In a world covered by darkness, joy slipping away. Feast on a vein and let Icor reign. Paint a new dawn on the day. Pledge your life and let your soul fly. Raise your voice and unleash a war cry. Don't let your heart be tarnished until it's lifeless as a grave. Pick it up, make it shine as a gilded blade. Let's walk through the fire, yes, and transcend our limited lives, yes. The fear and pain we face endlessly. In the flames, we share it all. Let's reach glory together.
Looks like you're still not convinced. Do not fear. Join me and the world will forever change. Yes, a golden morrow is just beyond the horizon.
Dance, brethren! Stand up and follow together for a better tomorrow. In a world covered by darkness, joy slipping away. Feast on a vein and let Icor reign. Paint a new dawn on the day. Pledge your life and let your soul fly. Raise your voice and unleash a war cry. And when the golden sun rises, we'll know that our day has come. Tomorrow is written today.
Behold! Isn't she beautiful? Modeled after my late wife, Sebille, she is the latest addition to my Dragom line. A worthy tribute to her beauty. Surely it inspires you to wax eloquent about her majesty, yes? Please, join me in my exultation! You speak without pretense, the sign of an independent thinker. People often say you're unique, don't they? Now then, I don't believe we've met before, and I do love a mystery. Here, show me your Xenon pass. Ooh, well. Yes, this is a genuine article personally issued by me. Possessing it is proof of our friendship. Furthermore, it signifies your strength, and I can always use strength. I shall see to it that you're granted free access to most of these grounds. How, you ask? It's quite simple, really. A bit of charm and a soupçon of tact. All the guards have become good chums of mine. In light of our friendship, broad though my definition may be, they're only too happy to grant me certain, much appreciated favors. One can never have too many friends, can one? Now, shall we discuss the mutual perks of our new covenant? I guarantee you'll relish the benefits. No, this must be. Quickly, get down!
Good. You've come too. This time felt most dire. It all happened so suddenly. But if I'm not mistaken, the shockwave we felt was the rupture of progenitor Idris's seal. The resurgence will soon be unleashed upon this world. The wrath of the upheaval. It is almost upon us.
Simply perfection. An exquisite blend, if I do say so myself. Oh, don't mind me. Please, feel free to continue your conversation.
How did...
A shared mental construct, yes? This is most fascinating.
How did you get in here? It shouldn't be possible.
What's that you said? Shouldn't be possible? I'm afraid the endless abyss of possibility eludes you, my dear. Well. Are you perchance?
You know who I am?
Ah, pardon the interruption. Really, you mustn't mind me. Now, I'm most keen to get more closely acquainted with you both. We were discussing the details of our partnership, if you recall. Well, I happen to own several labs on the frontier. They're experiencing complications on account of the shockwave. It's really quite inconvenient. Couldn't have come at a worse time and all that. Agree to get them functioning again, and I shall gladly lend my hand in securing that which you both seek. What say you?
All right. Agreed. We will help you.
A wise decision! We can discuss the details outside. For now, I bid you adieu.
I must admit, it's shocking coming face to face with a hero in here, let alone Xenon. It remains to be seen how much we can trust him. But we're lucky he agreed to work with us so quickly. At any rate, let's see what he wants us to do.
We haven't much time. Let's get straight to the point. I have 3 laboratories, one each in the Sunken City, Undead Forest, and Corroded Scar. They are quite critical to me. My surrogates are normally tasked with their operation, you see, but the recent shockwave has caused them to malfunction. It's become quite a pain in the derriere. Left alone for too long, my reams upon reams upon reams of scientific findings may well be lost. And that, my dear new friend, is precisely where you come in. Don't worry about the technicalities of scientific work yourself. I'll simply warp to your coordinates once you're there. Then we can retrieve my malfunctioning surrogates. Did you follow all that? Yes? Good. Delightful! Then off you go now. Quick, quick. Time waits for no one.
going to do that. This feels great! A ride this peaceful has me nearly dozing off. Well, this is convenient. I sense.
Excellent work! I knew you could be trusted. My surrogate should be located in the lab's core. Oh, one thing to keep in mind. A system's malfunction will trigger their self-defense mode. Perhaps a misstep on my part. All intruders will be shot on sight, no questions asked. That includes us, so be ready for a combat fracas most ferocious! Of course, I'm here to help if you'll kindly open up and lend me your back, yes? Oh, my word, how homely. Take care not to let my superior mind chisel years off your life. Now, onward! It has been far too long since we set out to gain science! Let the beacons of my strength to your Just witness perfection! That's the first lab secured, as is my work. Splendid job! Even I could only have done a modicum better. With the help of my surrogates, I'm able to run multiple experiments in parallel. The bulk of my efforts, however, are dedicated to researching the resurgence. I've tasked my surrogates with guarding my findings, hence the stringent security. Idris' seal has begun to deteriorate. Thus, we can't lose my work. Onwards! You must make your way to my next lab. Second lab. Let's reconnoiter and retrieve. Promptly now. With the seal weakening, every second is precious. I hate to trouble you, truly I do. Can we go faster? Idris tried to buy time, but we need a permanent solution. Some way to quell the resurgence for good. Ah, you look intrigued. There's a spark of curiosity in your eye that's just ever so adorable. But first, we have my surrogates to collect. You know the drill. Forward march, comrade! The journey may be hard, but it's important that you enjoy it. I shall be at your side momentarily. Must I always... Dodge this! That's two secured! Color me impressed! I'll deign to call upon you more in the future. As a token of my confidence, it's time I filled you in on my findings to date concerning the resurgence phenomenon. Notebooks and pencils out, please, because first, a lesson on Revenant history is in order. As you know, Revenants are blessed with prodigious lifespans. We can live hundreds or even thousands of years with an ease that belies our age. Nevertheless, a choice group, known as the nigh-immortal Progenitors, left their indelible mark upon history. I know it's splitting fine hairs by human standards, but surely you can grasp life everlasting trumps a few millennia? Naturally, this begs the question. Just what exactly separates Progenitors from modern-day Revenants? My findings pointed to a single historical juncture when Revenants inexplicably became mortal. Even the oldest Revenants began dying off after a few millennia. Technically, dying isn't the right way to put it. A restriction was imposed on their lifespan. Alas, that delightful cliffhanger is all we have time for. But remember this. Eventually, all Revenants came to be born with a predetermined lifespan. And this was no act of nature. This is it, the final lab! You've done well traversing so much of the frontier. I've been observing you very closely. You've convinced me your potential will be crucial in times to come. Now, let us conclude this final step. Once the deed is done, I have something important to give you. Perhaps you'd like to hear one of my lectures while we rest. All of my research material is now accounted for. 1,000 thanks, my friend. Now, I believe we ended our last lesson on the Resurgence prematurely. Let us rectify that. You recall how I said a Revenant's lifespan is predetermined? But why? To what end were they mortalized? Well, I struck upon a revelation! As the Revenant population grows, the bloodborne powers of each individual are incrementally stimulated! The more our numbers grow, the more each individual's powers swell. But each vessel can only house so much energy in reserve. Soon the power corrupts our flesh, eventually bursting forth into the world! That is the Resurgence's true nature. A cataclysm triggered by a population overload. An end for our time. I suspect that the progenitors discovered this truth ages ago. Naturally, they were forced to devise a countermeasure of some kind. Thus, they artificially limited our lifespans. To avert the Resurgence, they constrained our Revenant population growth by force. Give me your Xenon Pass. I've updated its credentials. You now possess the highest level of clearance. Well, highest next to me, I suppose. Strangely enough, I issued a pass of the same number to one of the servants that was in my chamber. How odd that you should share the same exact one as they. I can't have issued the same code twice, nor could it be a forgery. And there's no way for you, our perennial outsider, to have stolen it. Do you care? Ergo, 2 copies of the same pass do indeed exist, albeit with one infinitesimal difference. That being yours shows nearly a century's worth of wear and tear. I'm certain now, more certain than ever before, that your shared potential will be positively integral to my vision for the future. Now, hold out your hand. Ha! Whoop! Whoop! Ah! Whew! Fancy that. I'm outdone myself. Take this, you've certainly earned it. If you find yourself in need, simply call. My powers are at your disposal. Now, if you'll excuse me, science calls! The research you helped me recover is all out of sorts and needs to be recompiled from scratch. Never fear. I'll forge your potential into it. Put your best foot forward and don't give in to despair. Farewell!
Xenon Griffgoat. What a tempestuous character. At any rate, we should discuss our next steps. Please find me at a missile. We finally fulfilled Xenon's request. And though it was rather taxing, it was good work. Now then, take a look at this. It seems there's more to this upgraded pass of his than improved access credentials. This is the key. At least, I believe it is. This pass is imbued with enough pathos to break through his present-day cocoon. It may be time to finish this quest. We should now be able to release the hero Xenon. We can finally end this. Though, I've been thinking about his theory. About Revenant overpopulation being the cause of the Resurgence. If he's right, we will always live in fear. As long as Revenants still live, we will never be rid of the Resurgence. My apologies. This is no time for us to be second-guessing ourselves. The world's fate hangs in the balance. We need to be decisive. We can't afford to delay longer. In any case, we should head back to the present. We must report our findings to Lady Lavinia.
Welcome back. And well done retrieving the key to Xenon's seal.
Lady Lavinia, if you please, there is something I wish to ask you. When we were in the past, when we spoke to Xenon, he felt Progenitor Idris's seal was a temporary measure, so he was working on his own solution. If that's so, if he believed so strongly in a better solution, why did he give his life to perform the seal? When we made contact with Xenon's Pathos, we saw someone immobilize him with a Forma. Maybe he was sacrificed against his will? Who would do that? And moreover, there was something else. We learned from Xenon that Revenants are indirectly responsible for the resurgence.
I feared this would happen when I sent you to him. You've learned too much. Lou, you must listen to me. There are some aspects of the upheaval you needn't know about.
What?
I am truly sorry. Believe me when I say it is for your own well-being. The same goes for the resurgence. I admit, Xenon's claims can't be readily dismissed. But whether Xenon is right or wrong, whether you know all the details or not, we must face facts. Eliminating the heroes is the only hope our world has. Finish your preparations and do what must be done.
Styled after the Far East, perhaps?
Aha! So we meet again. Splendiferous! Of all the myriad possibilities I considered, none were as exhilarating as this!
Xenon? Where are we?
It has been a long time indeed, O heiress to Idris's mighty power. I used that mental construct of yours as inspiration to erect my own, a foe. I also transferred a portion of my consciousness into that Xenon pass, thus turning it into a key that will transport you here. But alas, the construct won't last long. We must conclude our business quickly. Let us do what must be done.
What just...
All will become clear when the time is duly right. For now, my time, at least, appears to have run out.
What about the upheaval? How did things go wrong?
My dear, there's no need to rush. Simply do what must be done. And see it through to the very end. Now, there's no time to be complacent. Weapons at the ready. Prepare for the hour of reckoning. The stage is set! Come forth, for it is Xenon Grifgoat you face!
finish this.
We know what we must do. There must be no other choice.
If revenants continue to proliferate unchecked, their blood will trigger a mass mutation of all matter. If this world is to have a future, revenants must submit to nature's course. Indeed, Sabine hasn't long left to live herself. Yet Sabine. The world never looked quite as beautiful to me after you left. Many today will do anything for more time, even if it means cheating the ordinance. What compelled their ceaseless thirst for more life? In unison, they reply, a life ended prematurely is one bereft of meaning.
Their greed blinds them to the ruin they cause. The egotists fancy their lives are worth more than yours, my Dragom! But no more! This must end! My dearest Sabine, I promise you, I shall upend this world built upon their lies! All will know that your life was a thing of beauty. And never again will anyone say otherwise!
Zenon.
Farewell, Zenon Glyphgoat. Heretic that you were worthy of respect. Your sacrifice has bought this world a century of life. We won't let this time go to waste. I can promise you that much. You two have done superbly in dispatching the hero Zenon. The magnitude of your feat cannot be overstated. You have nearly saved the world.
Lady Lavinia, I'm sorry. I'm not sure this was the right thing to do.
Only time will tell. For now, we must forge ahead and hope the results will bear us out. We grow ever closer to achieving our goal. First, let's return to Magmel. There is much to learn. The last hero is, well, I must tell you of him.
It's up to us to make good on the path we've taken. For Zenon's sake, as much as anyone else. Let's head to Magmel and hear what Lady Lavinia has to say.
We are on the cusp of success, of an unprecedented victory. It is time, then, to discuss the final hero. Valentin Voda. Formerly the forsworn heir of Voda House, and my biological son.
I had a feeling.
Now, he lies dormant, buried deep within the very heart of Luna Rapaces. The time has come to undertake this voyage, to gird our hearts, and vanquish him. I have already prepared everything we need to complete our mission. When you're ready, truly ready, to face what lies ahead, come speak to me. I will ready a portal to transport you.
Valentin's the final hero, and we have to slay him. I'm afraid we're in for a fierce battle. We'd best be fully prepared.
So but our path is laid out. Yep. 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 Look. You're one. I'm always So but our Yep. 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 You're. 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 You. I'm always ready. But our path. I'm always ready to help. But our path. This couldn't have been easy. I'm always ready to. But our path. I'm always ready to help.
Did you find something? far.
The Revenant's the moon.
Well, come again!
Finished replenishing our supplies?
So Valent, but our... You're one... Remember.
I will now transport... So be it. The key to Valentin's cocoon is his closest confidant. An unusual key, to say the least, and yet only he can commune with Valentin's pathos. Noah, it is you.
Guess that checks out.
Having said that, Valentin's cocoon is particularly resilient. The key alone cannot break his seal. Our solution, the Luna Rapacis. The moon brims with energy generated by the resurgence. By harnessing its power, you'll be able to reach Valentin and release his seal. The fate of humanity is in your hands.
What's the matter?
I have debated long hours whether to divulge this before I sent you away. But I believe you have the right to know, and the news will not be pleasant. But please trust that I mean well in telling you this.
Hey, sorry for the wait. You damn fool. Who asked you to put the world on your shoulders? Way back when, he and I swore an oath. If we ever found ourselves at the crossroads of destiny, we'd walk down the same path, together. And if either of us was ever to stray, the other would drag his ass back onto it. Now, I guess it's time I make good on that oath. Come on, let's go. I've got to pry him out of this nightmare. It's been too long. I was itching for a fight.
We have arrived at Luna Rapacis, cradle of the final cocoon, and the infernal bane of all revenant kind. The air feels heavy with tension. Multiple shards of pathos are nearby. Let's start collecting resurgence energy, but be ready for anything.
I gotta say, you two have come into your own since we first met. I'm impressed. Your movement in combat is looking much sharper, more practiced. And Lou, there was a time you seemed afraid of your own shadow. Now there's conviction in your eyes. I was prepared to stay at your side for some time, but apparently I need not. You two can handle yourselves just fine.
Hey, you okay?
No, it's an incursion. But why now of all times?
I see. You became a revenant for your family.
I needed them safe, whatever it took. The payoff was seeing my siblings and parents reach old age. My nieces and nephews are all the family I have left now. Our happy reunions rouse old memories.
The beauty of life lies in continuity. I'm convinced now, Noah. Our role as revenants is to serve mankind as its guardians. I want a world where families like yours live free of strife. We'll achieve this together.
We had a lot of mouths to feed in my clan back then. My becoming a revenant and entering the academy qualified them to live in the shelters. Those nieces and nephews are still doing just fine. Hell, the youngest has taken to calling me Gramps. A lot of sass, that one.
What Valentin said was true. The circle of life is truly wonderful.
It's been a century since you and I last had one of those incursions, huh? Glad you're holding up okay. We're here to protect a world where the seeds of humanity can bloom forevermore. The raison d'etre of revenants. A Valentin turn of phrase, as I'm sure you can tell. After we met and became true comrades, well, it wasn't long before his dream became mine. I only wish we could have made it happen in our time. I digress. The past is past. Don't mind me. That's all the energy in this area. With that done, let's move on to the next one. Let's shoot even higher. Sorry for you.
I feel great!
Looking for some practice? I'll throw down. So much for that. You know, there's something I've waited a century to be able to ask you. I know we're not allowed to know how history changed, but be honest with me. I remember that day, that moment in fact, when you burst in on me and Franz trying to kill one another on Magmal Island. You came back through time to save my hide, didn't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I'll be damned. Look at you two and your hearts of gold. Thank you. I owe you big time.
Another incursion?
You're telling me everyone in the Academy is dead?
Yes, on Lavinia's orders. She sacrificed most of them to produce a vessel for the resealing.
Is she out of her mind? Those were our classmates!
I'm sorry, Noah. There was no other recourse. Couldn't stop her. It's my fault. Hers was the only viable solution. I can offer no alternative.
That's a memory I wish you hadn't seen. Attempts to reseal the Resurgence produced an endless series of tragedies. That was just one of them.
Lady Lavinia rarely speaks of the past, but this is dreadful.
Voda House, it's directly descended from Idris, a lineage charged with the terrible task of maintaining the seal for all eternity. And what's more, they knew. They knew the seal would give out one day. But they could never produce an heir fit for the title, fit to replace Idris. And renewing that seal required them to produce a vessel, something capable of harnessing that power. Franz and I were spared because the Voda still saw some use for us. But as for the others, snuffed from existence. All of it, the Academy, the resealing efforts, was Lavinia's plan. She called the shots.
She would go so far.
In her defense, I'm sure she was desperate. Doing nothing meant annihilation. Even so, the incident spurred Valentin and me to take our leave of Voda House. We tried to solve it alone. Valentin never said anything, but I'm convinced he was driven not to let anyone else be sacrificed. Sorry, that's more than enough reminiscing. Let's get a move on. You're getting better all the time. Jeez, are they ants? There we are. That's the last of the energy. Guess it's time. Not again.
I'm pleased to see you well, Noah. We're thankful you've returned to us on the frontier.
Forget that. Is it true? Did Valentin really go missing at the upheaval?
Yes, I'm afraid so. To make matters worse, the lunar rapacious continues to scald revenants, giving horrors free rein to terrorize mankind. Humanity needs its protectors now more than ever. Will you lend us your strength?
Looks like our dream wasn't meant to be, Valentin. I tried to do you proud, but it's a dull world without you, old friend.
Did you hear? Lady Lavinia is recruiting a new Revenant hunter to join us.
A hunter, huh? I've worked with one before, but it's been a while. Things might have turned out differently if they'd been here. After the upheaval was a low point for me, like I was stuck in time. That's why our reunion at Magmel was a godsend. You came back, and the future wasn't a dead end anymore. Time began to move again. I even began thinking you could save Valentin. Maybe.
Noah, we...
Don't worry, I know it's wishful thinking, but that's fine. I had no hope until you showed up. You filled that void and gave me light. Through the two of you, I found my purpose again in an empty world. I'll never forget the good times we spent together. Now it's time I repaid the favor I've owed you for a long time. This time, my friend, I'll lead the way. All right, everyone okay?
Noah, just what did you mean by lead the way?
Just what I said, but don't let it bother you. Come on, let's go. We're just about there. I'm impressed.
So this is where he lies. Valentin's cocoon.
Can you do me a favor, guys? Promise you'll look after him for me, will you?
Noah, stop! You won't hold out!
Hey, partner. I'm here to fulfill our promise.
Wake the hell up!
He knew he wouldn't survive. I think my heart just skipped a beat. The pathos blocks our way. It's most likely Valentin's. We'll need to touch it to proceed. Why does the air here feel so heavy, though?
Believe me, Valentin, losing the students still pains me deeply, too. But there was no other way. Procuring a vessel was absolutely necessary. You have to put this behind you and look to the future. It was our misfortune that Idris's ability didn't manifest in you.
For generations, Voda House has venerated Idris, fixated solely on tracing his footsteps. But his seal won't hold forever. What if others wrong? What if Voda House's methods were mistaken? My friends would have died for nothing. We can't keep sacrificing the people we're trying to protect. There has to be a better way.
Like Xenon, Valentin too sought to find a different path than the one Idris chose. There's another shard. The air is so thin, it's hard to breathe. Please.
Transcript of the Xenon Grifkov trial. Why is increasing the Revenant population seen as a vice? He tried to warn us that, didn't he? About the true nature of the resurgence. The correlation is clear to me now. Imitating Idris's ways will only ever be a temporary measure. But there is one way to eradicate the resurgence for good. We weren't mistaken, Noah. I can build the future we dreamed of now. A world where mankind can finally flourish.
Did he say eradicate the resurgence for good? But how? This place is steeped in Valentin's pathos. We must be near the lunar core. There he is. Fight to the end. Let's pull ourselves together. Yeah. Now's your chance. This is it. The energy of the resurgence.
The time has come. Thanks to you, equilibrium has been restored. The world owes you its salvation. All my life, I followed Idris's teachings, convinced that it was my duty to oversee the resealing. I did what I had to do to produce a vessel. I shed the blood of many Revenant clans. I sacrificed many of Valentin's close friends for my sacred task. To my dismay, the resurgence would not be quelled. I squandered far too many lives for nothing. I see now that he must have predicted my failure, because soon after he took matters into his own hands. By sourcing energy from the resurgence, he cast a formula to try and purge the world of revenants. A world free of our kind.
But why?
By eliminating the source, revenants, the resurgence could be quelled. That was the truth Valentin came to realize. And now,
Lady Lavinia, what are you?
These runes are the relic of Valentin's legacy. His final words. I hoped a century, testing for the results I sought. It was designed to terminate revenants, and revenants alone. Amplified by a device on Magnell, it shall propagate across the entire world, cleansing upon a tidal wave of resurgence energy.
Why, Lady Lavinia? Wasn't your duty to this world we have to save humanity from ruin?
It cannot be done. The resurgence can no longer be sealed. Our species is a cancer upon this world. So long as we exist, the world will forever teeter on the brink of destruction. Nature dictates life be cherished. Nature dictates it be nurtured within a mortal span. Even in death, each life entrusts its will to the next. We must relinquish our grasp. Mankind is the rightful heir of this world. That was Valentin's will and dream. A beautiful future, liberated from fear. And this is my atonement, to amend all the suffering and anguish I have visited upon this blighted world. Come, my wretched kin, let us return to the cradle of finitude.
let us embrace our fate!
It was the dawn of a new age for humanity. It heralded a new day under the mantle of their leader, who was named
It's time.
O hallowed hero, who delivered unto humanity the world, we pray you rest in peace.
It's time you wakened. You're not one to let ripe potential go to rot, are you? Good to see you, my friend. I trust you've lived a most fruitful life. Mind you, this is an automated message, so you may as well make yourself comfortable. Do you recall our last meeting here? I used my past to cast a forma on your heart. A moderate stroke of genius on my part. Specifically, it was a forma that would trigger if your heart stopped beating. Very specific, I know. But caution being the better part of valor, I had to endeavor to elude Lavinia's deeply watchful eye. Your heart was one place I figured she was least likely to suspect. The forma is engraved with a powerful bond, a small token of pathos from yours truly. When you awaken, fate will force your hand again. You must trace our bond and locate me. Only then can we finally begin to put this right. I, for one, refuse to accept the present outcome, and I trust you are of the same mind. Now, be on your way. Time is a precious resource, and may we soon have it together, my friend.
This is the place. We must be coming up on the lunar core.
What's wrong?
Please hang in there. I'm taking us back to Magmel. Oh, good. You're finally awake. It's been so long. Are you all right? I've been by your side since you passed out. Is that a bond? Of course. He must have planted it when we left. Wait, hold on. You want to go right away? Shouldn't we at least speak with Lady Lavinia? We still have to stop Valentin. But then again, jumping to the upheaval would be pivotal. If we succeed, it would potentially prevent so many tragedies. So maybe that was Zenon's hope all along. He never gave up. And we shouldn't either. Time jump successful. We are in the time of the upheaval, just before it begins. Voda House should be performing the resealing shortly. What on earth? Were they ambushed? Agreed. We need to find him, and quickly. We completed the time jump.
stock up.
Please, you must save Master Zenon.
Zenon Grifgoat, the mighty genius revenant himself. You may be brilliant, but what good is that brilliance now? No one escapes my time stasis forma.
I'm quite impressed by your forma. It's a testament to your immense dedication to your art and your cause. The problem therein, however, is that very dedication blinds you to far better possibilities. At last, you come!
Who goes there? Rhoda House shall soon fulfill its duty. None shall interfere. We have come too far to fail now. Whoever you are, you and Zenon shall remain here forever and watch the world pass you by.
Lu? Allow me to return the favor! That was truly a wondrous forma. My compliments, dearest Lavinia. We meet again, my friend, and at the precise moment I needed. Your presence here proves my hypothesis was indeed accurate, and I knew it was, but still. The resealing ritual will fail, yes? Ergo, you've traveled back in time to alter history.
Have you gone mad?
Marvelous! It's all as I predicted! Of course, my services are happily at your disposal. Now then, let us make haste! Voda House's preparations for the resealing are already well underway. It's imperative we stop them now. Here's the stratagem. You make your way to Magna. Right about now, they'll be amassing their forces there for the ritual. Meanwhile, I'll finalize my research. If my theory stands, as it shall, it could mean the end of the resurgence. For good. It's most regrettable that I lost so much precious time in that infernal stasis, though. We'll be cutting it quite close. Even so, if this is to work, it will require precise, determined action. Now get going. I'll monitor things through your field of vision.
Thank you, all of you, for coming. I am Valentin Voda, heir to the house, and I will be overseeing the resealing. for this most sacred ritual, we've assembled allied revenants across multiple strongholds. But I believe those of you gathered here are the most seasoned of our troops. We have our finest fighters gathered at Magville today. I'm sure many of you already bear great burdens, and I do not wish to add to them, but I ask for your strength in forging a path ahead. Now then, your first task is to make your way to the Sealing Spire. Retainers of Progenitor Idris will be standing guard within. They will be the first hurdle to our aim. You must defeat them to the man, then secure a route to the sealing chamber. That sits upon the highest floor of the spire. Once the chamber is open, Voda House shall handle the rest, and you have done your part. Take heart, we expect an arduous battle. Fortunately, we shall have a steadfast ally. The ritual commences tomorrow. For tonight, brethren, rest well and gather your strength.
Look who it is, and not a moment too soon. The Hunter of the Hour.
It's been a while, but that's the way you are. Didn't expect to see you here.
We are going to raise some hell, my friend. Just like old times, right?
All right, Craig. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
The stakes aren't getting any higher than this. When else can I go all in?
When don't you go all in?
Touché.
Either way, sooner we clean up, the easier everyone else's jobs will be. This saving the world stuff isn't exactly my style, but if you're in, I'll give it a go. We'll go bag ourselves a future. I hope you've still got the touch.
Now there's a face I never thought I'd see again. A perfect surprise.
You seem far more sure of yourself now. You kept sacrificing, putting your life on the line. Honestly, I wasn't sure. I didn't have that confidence. But to do my part, I responded to the summons. But the moment I saw you, the nerves seemed to melt away. Goes to show how strong you can be when you have someone truly worthwhile to lean on, doesn't it? I've learned, from my parents, from you, the value of knowing when to ask for help. And now, I'm surrounded by people I love. If it's for their happiness, I would do anything. Now it's your turn to lean on me. We fight this battle together.
Look who the cat dragged in. I knew you'd show up, darling. I would expect nothing less. Can't resist a good fight with the whole world at stake, right? I'm glad you're here, though. You're the one I need most. I guess we'll need to buckle down, though. Alas, we don't have time for a truly proper reunion. The worst is yet to come, and you're here to prevent it. Sound about right? Don't worry. I'll watch your back. A better future lies ahead. Let's seize it together. Then perhaps, fate willing, we'll be able to share the next chapter in time. Another reason to win this thing. Now, let's not waste this feast. Tonight, we eat like kings and queens.
Long time no see, old friend. You couldn't have picked a better moment. By the way, did Valentin seem off to you? On the surface, he's the same, but I can't help but feel something's changed since this resealing business really got underway. Now he's sending me off to a remote region, Said it's an urgent mission, but I don't know if I trust it. He clearly doesn't want me around right now. So the question becomes, what's he keeping from me? That's why I've been making plans, looking into exactly how we can infiltrate the Spire. And as always, you arrive at the exact right moment. Looks like I'm in luck. Want to give me a lift in your jail? Thanks. Of course, the ritual's success still takes top priority. Focus on your duties if you need to. Whatever the future has in store, we'll witness it together. You ready to turn? Rest well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Listen to me, Lu. Successor of Idris's affinities, born by noble sacrifice. Your duty is to the fruition of the resealing. It is for this purpose alone that your birth was consecrated.
Mother, if we succeed, will she?
Indubitably, yes. To quell the energies of the resurgence, she will slumber for eternity. The resealing must succeed. Surely your friends share this wish, so that their souls may finally rest.
This is resurgence energy, and it's my duty to seal it. For that is my purpose. That was me. No wonder I had no memories. I was a puppet, made to follow orders and fade from existence. The vessel was me. That's why Lady Lavinia brought me into being, to seal the resurgence. I remember everything now. The upheaval wouldn't have happened if not for me, and it cost us dearly. It was because my powers were inadequate. The resealing failed because I fell short in my duty. And history will repeat itself. The resealing was doomed from the onset. My past self will fail the ritual. If Zenon doesn't finish his work in time, someone else will be sacrificed. One way or another, this is our moment. Still, if it's to keep you safe, I'll do whatever it takes. No one can take my place. Only I can make this work. After all, it's my purpose. It's okay. I'll be dying for a good cause. I have nothing to fear. Or I didn't. Not until now. But I'm not the same person anymore. I am afraid. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm terrified of never seeing the people I care about again. These feelings make it so much harder. Okay. I'll be with you. Until the end. No matter what the sacrifice, I'll protect you with my life. Well, for once, we're both awake. Curiously, I seem to require less sleep in this era. Perhaps it's because I recovered my memories. Our bond in this era seems stronger now. I'm not sure why this happened, but I'm glad. At least now I can fight beside you. We should head to the Sealing Spire. It is well past time I faced my fate. And also, we must forge our future. Everyone should be gathered in the lobby. Let's go join them. Greetings. I'm very pleased to make everyone's acquaintance. My name is Lou. This hunter and I are comrades. Together with you, we stand united in our hope for this world's future. It is my privilege to join you on this mission.
Pardon the late introduction. The name's Noah. I'll be tagging along too. I'm a friend of Valentin's, a friend from way back. I'm here to help while he runs the show.
If they're with you, that's good enough for me. You can't do it alone. It never hurts to have numbers.
No arguments here. We'll take all the help we can get.
Great to have you. Let's go save a world, shall we?
It'd be an honor. Thank you, all of you.
And with that, the gang's all here.
I'm ready.